My name is Damali Ssali and I welcome you to this episode of the Ideation Corner. The Ideation Corner is a space where ideas are discussed and dissected. And today I host Mr. Kalule Anthony, who has been a head teacher for the last 35 years. And he's going to tell us all about it. Mr. Kalule, you're very welcome.
Thank you, madam. Okay. My name's Kalule Anthony. I started teaching in 1970. All that I could say, I joined the college. I left my P7 in 1970. Then I started teaching. I went straight to the college. By then, we could leave P7 and go to teacher training colleges.
That's interesting.
Yes. So, in 71, I joined Busubi's Teachers Training College.
Yes.
That is in Intiana district. We used to spend 4 years. From P7, you spend 4 years in a teacher training college, and then you qualify. So I qualified in 1975.
Okay.
1975, I started teaching.
Wait,
as a young man.
So from P7, you do 4 years at the training college, and
Yes.
then you go into work.
Yes, going to work.
Wow.
We used to go, and then we used to start teaching as qualified teachers when we were still very young.
Yes.
Because for me, I started teaching when I was 18.
Can you imagine?
So I went out and started teaching as a qualified teacher.
Yes.
At the age of 18. You see, by then, teacher training colleges were not very many, but they were taking really good students or intelligent students.
Yes.
When you play primary schools, really when you could see that you couldn't get money to go to secondary schools, one of the alternatives was to go to teacher training colleges or to technical schools. But teacher training schools by then were very few. You could talk of, for the boys here in the central region, you could talk of Subizi,
Yes.
you could talk of Namutamba, for girls you could talk of Nkozi and Nkokonjeru.
So they were just 4.
That was so. So to be able to join those schools, it used to be very difficult.
So you must be the
You had to get very good marks.
Okay.
I remember during our year, that was 75 at Busubizi. We were admitted at you had to get 75%. The lowest, you had to get 75%. Minimum.
Okay.
Okay, we are sitting for 3 exams. That is the English, mathematics, and general paper. So one had to get 225 to join.
Because you need minimum 75 in each of the papers.
Not in each, but average.
Okay.
So you could get 90, you could get 60, but when you add,
Average.
you had to get 75.
Okay.
Sort of that, no place for you.
Okay.
So we used to go in those schools when we were still very young. But because we didn't have our parents didn't have money to go to secondary schools, we used to go to those schools. But you had to really work very hard in order to squeeze a place in those schools. Those schools.
Okay.
And by then, of course, it was not like these days when you find a class with 100 pupils. Strictly, our college had to admit just 50. 50
in a class.
In a class.
Okay.
The moment a principal could add on one, that would be up to the principal. He would see where to get the money to support that student. Because the government was the one responsible.
The government was paying for the...
for everything.
Okay.
Even uniforms and whatever.
And that's why they were taking the cream, only the best students.
So that's why they were taking just only the cream to be squeezed in those very few colleges. Busubizi, Namutamba, Nkokonjeru, and Nkozi. One had really to be very, they had to scrutinize so much. So I went to the college when I was just 14 years.
Yeah.
And after 4 years, I had to come out as a qualified teacher.
And at 18, you were teaching people?
Yes, we were teaching. I was teaching, and as a qualified teacher.
Yes.
My career as a qualified teacher.
And you're earning money?
Of course, we are earning money. And it was very prestigious during those days, coming out as a qualified teacher. At that age, people would really take it to be very important. And we would really feel that importance, and they would try as much as possible to respect our status.
Yes.
So I was posted to Hill Road Primary School. That was a school in Masaka town. Now it is a city, Masaka city. I worked there. That was 75 and 76. I was a class of P7.
Yes.
at the age of 18.
You're
And they are class up to 7. And by then, there used to be very big girls and the boys in the primary schools in a way. So I was teaching them. So that one gave me some kind of, and I think I managed that class. And my headmaster liked me so much. Because he says, hey, this young man is controlling this class. Because by the way, it was a class, a school in the town. And by then, the Indians had just been expelled from Uganda. They left that school. It was very expensive in a way. By then, it was expensive in a way. It was a very good school. And the children I was teaching were children of, by then, what one could call high class.
Okay.
So they were children either of those who went to school or those who had a lot of money.
Okay.
So you could get a collection of those children and you look at yourself. They could put on shoes which are better than yours. And then you look, but then, and one problem I found in that school, the teachers were trying to give in to those powerful pupils. But for me, when I went, I said, no.
I don't care.
They are pupils, I am a teacher. So I handled the class. And by the way, they were my friends because I was not handling them with the alignment, but I was telling them, you are supposed to do this.
Yes.
I am a teacher, and you are students. This is what you are supposed to do, and this is what you are not supposed to do.
Yes.
By then, I remember one thing which was teasing a lot. It was putting on the watches, wrist watches. The teacher didn't accept it. They didn't allow the children to do that.
Okay.
But for me, I saw it was they had the means of getting it. Then I said, why don't we allow these children?
Them to wear the watches.
So that, yes, let us allow them. But what you have to do is to control how they can use them.
Yes.
So I told my headmaster, no, this is a problem. Let us allow them. But for me, I know how I am going to control them when they are. If they have expensive watches, it is okay. We also have. So I remember.
You in that way.
Yes, I said, no, leave them. They left them. But when I told them, you have been allowed put on watches. But then I don't want you to change watches day and day because it is just something for you to keep time.
Yes.
Why do you change it like clothes? Today, bring another one. I told them, if you change, I will not allow that. You bring yours and it's still with that only one. Okay. Because if you just change, then it means you are becoming you are not using it for the proper purpose.
That is true.
And another thing.
So you were in this school for 2 years.
Yes, school for not for 2 years. I said for 2 years. That is the probation.
Oh, your probation was 2 years.
Probation used to be 2 years.
Okay.
But when I finished the 2 years, the education officer had seen, because it was a school in the town, had seen me as somebody who could do something. And my head teacher was making very good recommendation of me. Okay. So they wanted to promote me to give me a school. And that is, I was just on clocking 20 years. So they wanted to promote me and give me a school. Yes. But I said, no. I'm not. By the way, they were trying to take me from that town school to a rural school. And for me, as a young man, I was feeling okay being in the town. Yes. And telling me to be an headmaster. At that age, I said, no. I told my head teacher my head teacher, I'm not doing what? I'm not leaving the place. I request you to tell the education officer to leave me here. So they listened to me. They said, okay, you stay there. So I stayed there for some 4 years. Okay. In fact, that is when I said enough is enough. If they continue to give me headship, then why should I continue to refuse? I said, okay, let me take the assignment.
They offer you another headship?
They offered him after 4 years. Okay. Because they were just looking at me, trying to monitor me to see what. So after 4 years, they said, no, just take that man. Yes. Then I said, okay. I accepted. I said, okay. Accepting or not accepting, possibly they would just, because they were my bosses. But accepting was just on good, and if they could allow that. But after 4 years, I said, it's okay. Let me start to be what? A head teacher. A head teacher.
This is at 22.
That was at 22. Yes. But again, there was something else that came there in between. There was a school which was very notorious, according to me. The head teachers And the parents were not in, I was hearing, were not in good working relationship. So they wanted, and it was the biggest school. Okay. It was a grade 1 school. You know, primary schools are graded in 4. Okay. There was grade 4, those are the smallest, grade 3, grade 2, and grade 1 schools.
So this was grade 1?
It was grade 1. That was Shabakuza Primary School. But I feared, I said, now, how can I go to that school when I don't even have an experience of being an ED teacher? Yeah. Because I hear the school is so notorious according, okay, I would say not notorious, but they were really all the time in arguments with ED teachers. And then I said, now, what do I do? I requested, I said, but what if I am given to be a deputy? So there was a school, that one, Chimanya Primary School. Yes. There was a deputy, but the deputy who was there, for him, he wanted very much to be an edit master. So when they told him, the man is not, he's not, of course he's not refusing, but he says, what if you make him a deputy somewhere, instead of taking him directly to being an edit teacher, when he has no experience, and taking him to a school where he thinks it is not very easy to handle the parents. Okay, he accepted. Okay. There was a head teacher at Chimanya School. She was a sister. They transferred this one, Matovu, John, to Chabakuza Primary School as a head teacher. And for me, I went to Chimanya as a deputy.
At 22.
At 22. So I said, it's okay, let me get experience. And I started, I worked with the head teacher. She was very good to me, this and that. The staff was very big. So I spent there 3 years as a deputy. But those 35 years, I included even these 3 years of being a deputy. Of course. Those ones I included. So after that, after 3 years as a deputy, the same thing came to my table. They again sent me to that school as a what? As a head. As a head. Then I said, it is okay.
Now I have enough.
Yes, I have enough experience. It's okay. What man has done, man can do. I said it. So let me go. So I went to that school, Chabakuza Primary School, and that is the school which he really gave me. I found it was very difficult. The head teacher I replaced had been imprisoned by the parents, saying he had embezzled school money. Oh. The truth of it, I don't know. But that is, I want to show the nature of the parents. Yes. They really are very... So when I went there as a younger man. They said, hey, but this young man also, other people are eating our money. I think this young man also. He ate our money. Then I said, okay. Go to the parents' meeting. I told them, don't judge me because of my age. Some of you are old people, and you are my parents. Some of you are my grands. Yes. But for us, I have been around here, these schools. I was in Hill Road, I was in Chimanya. Hearing you here at Chabakuza.
The whole time.
The whole time quarreling with the teachers and the teachers. You are not friendly with the teachers, and you are not friendly, and the teachers are not friendly with you. So I told them, for me, I have come to put right the name of the teachers and the name of the parents. Parents are not bad, and the teachers are not bad. We must find something there in between where we can learn and teach the children.
Exactly.
So good enough, I was able to handle those people, those parents. And I spent there 8 years.
8, okay.
8 years. And by then but it was history. Yes. Because the teachers could go there, spend there 2 years, 1 year, quarreling and so on. So when I spent there 8 years, when I was there for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, the education officer I said, okay, it is very okay. That young man has helped me to settle that school.
There were no more complaints.
There are no more complaints. Okay. So he left me there for 8 years. 8 years. The parents we are in good and working. I put their ways of trying to make the parents know we are not their enemies, and the teachers to know the parents are not their enemies. Yes. I said I have come to put the name of the teachers right and the name of the parents right. Yes. Why should somebody say the parents are in the wrong? Because it is the teachers. True. And why should the teachers say? So I said, hey, this is not the only school. Many schools are there in Uganda and so on. And so anyway, to cut the long story short, I was there for those 8 years. Yeah. Of course, interrupted with going for studies here and there.
You continued
for
with studies?
Upgrading and so on.
Okay.
This and that, could leave and go for studies and then come back. But then after 8 years, there I was, of course, that is where really I was credited so much. I said,
you proved yourself.
So there was nothing like, after that, there was nothing like saying, we give him that school, will he be able to handle it? You know, that one was out. I could handle any school. I was able to handle any what? Any school. Yes. So I was there. In fact, they just wondered how the parents liked me. How the teachers were, I was moving along with them. He said, no, this man. Okay, by then I was not very young because I was coming to 30. I had grown up anyway. So that is from there, I moved to other schools. And I was a teacher for those years. Possibly you have something you would like to ask him, I don't know.
Yes, I mean, I'm just looking at your journey. So you were teaching for 8 years there. And where else did you move to? Where else did you move to?
Okay, I moved to so many other schools. By the way, I went back from Chavo because I went back to my first school, Hill Road.
You went back?
Yeah. I went back as a teacher.
Like this is where I started from, and then you went back.
Yeah, I started teaching there.
Yes.
Then after some time, that is about 6 years. In fact, it was 10 years because 3 years at Chimanya and then 8 years. So when I went back to Hill Road,
yes,
I was grown up. But the parents still remembered me. And the teachers, because it was a town school, they were all there in town.
Yes.
Parents are there, they had grown up to be big girls and big boys and whatever. So when I went back to Hill Road, I was really very much welcome to go back as a what? Head teacher.
As a head teacher.
So I was at Hill Road as a head teacher. Then I moved to other schools.
Given your 35-year experience, what are the major differences you've seen, the major changes in the education system?
In the education system?
Yes.
Okay, the changes are many. Come again with your question.
That over the 35-year journey, what are the major changes you've seen in the education system? When you started off, you could finish P7, go to Teachers Institute and actually start working at 18. Now the thing has entirely changed. What are the big changes you've seen?
Now on the side of teachers, let me first start on the side of teachers. Now you see these days the grade 2 schools were phased out. That was in 1987. Yes, 1987.
Okay.
Grade 2 schools were phased out. So these children, they started admitting students from senior 4 to go and qualify as grade 3 teachers. Yes. One of the problems, we, as I told you, when you could leave P6 and P7 and go to teacher training colleges, we would have all the enthusiasm of becoming teachers. Not just going there as a possibly a second option.
I have no choice. Yes.
But we really used to go there, and I have told you they used to take a cream the cream. But one of the changes as far as that is the freezing of grade 2 teachers college.
Yes.
So we observed it. They started admitting students from senior 4, some of whom were not they were not getting those who had really got very high marks as it used to be.
Yes.
So these ones, if the parent was able to take a chap in a senior secondary, then again he was possibly somehow able to take him to A level. So the ones who could perform very well
were going to
A level because they had the means. So there came a time when those ones who would get just marks not very impressive were the ones
going into education.
Were the ones to be admitted in education. And that one, brought in some kind of problems. And they go and spend 3 years there in the teaching, in the college.
Yes.
For us, we used to spend 4 years.
It's like a whole degree.
So for minus age, For us, we used to spend it for what? 4 years.
Yes.
So to make it just grade 3, okay, you could find some people really 2 years are not used to not be long enough for somebody to train to be a teacher. But then you had to be I have told you quality somewhere somehow was compromised.
And then was the government still paying for them?
In
that had changed?
Yes, they were still paying for them. It has just, by the way, even these days, even up to now, they tell you somebody when he goes in a teacher training college, he studies on, I mean, he's supported by what? A government.
Yes.
But that is like telling you, like in UP schools, when they say, okay, a child has not to pay school fees, but when there is no uniform, there is no food, there is no whatever, at the end of the day you find that if the government gives a pupil just 20,000, the parent has to give 100,000. So it really makes that kind of saying it is free education. I mean, saying that they are going, the government is looking for, caring for them. It makes it a little bit not very applicable in a way.
Yeah, because you still have to
pay. You still have to pay. But for us during our times, you could go there, they give you a uniform, they give you a mattress, they give you everything, they feed you properly.
Everything.
Everything. Hey. You put on a nice day, they give you a tie and you make a tie, you do what and what a government would give you. So, but when you say, yes, I say the government is sponsoring the students in teacher training colleges, but not all that much.
But it's not all the whole cost.
And
so, I think the other thing that has also changed, I feel you were saying there were 4 major schools then, but now there's a school everywhere nowadays.
There's a school everywhere. In fact, they have gone as far as even putting their private teacher training colleges. Somebody finds there, hey, he has a teacher training, it is private. How come? How can a private man really? Okay, in our developing country like this one, teaching, they shouldn't allow somebody to say he's teaching, he has a private teacher training college. But then, I hear them, they are there. They say somebody is a private what? Teacher training college.
Yeah.
So, that change, we saw it, and then, as we have been going on, now, as we talk now, they are no longer allowing even the grade 3 teachers are phrasing out. Now they are telling you that somebody has only to have a diploma and a degree. So those changes have been taking place during my lifetime. No grade 2, no grade 3. Now tentatively grade 3 are there.
Yes.
They want diplomas
and degrees.
And degrees. But I don't know.
But I mean, I feel like if you finish P7 and then you went straight into a training college and you spent 4 years and they were taking the cream of the cream, don't you think that system was better? That we had good quality teachers who were properly trained and funded?
That's what I think. But I just don't know these people, because they are intellectuals who sit and they are planning for education. So when they come out with that plan, and they say no more grade 3 teachers, no more grade 2 teachers, no more grade 3 teachers. For them, they know, but for me as a person, because we used really to be very intelligent teachers.
And they would take the cream of the cream.
But now, so that, as you have asked me, for me I think, because now when you say they go to teacher training colleges, grade 3 teacher training colleges, a pupil was, I mean, after senior 4, like I have told you, that after senior 4, the ones who have done it very well wanted to go to senior 5 and senior 6.
Yes.
But I told you that for us, they could really get very intelligent pupils and very eager.
Who want to be teachers.
How want to be teachers and very proud of being a teacher. Yes. At the age of 18, they call you teacher. You feel it is okay.
Very prestigious.
Very prestigious. Yes. And you couldn't even think of so much money, this and that he give you, so you feel it is okay.
18, if you're earning money, I mean.
You are earning money, 315.
You got shillings?
315 shillings. That was our salary.
A month?
Yeah.
Okay, back then.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
It was. If you convert it to today's money, I don't know. But it was supposed to be a good money. 300, not 500, but 315. That was a qualified teacher.
But
there used to be unqualified teachers. Those were after senior 4.
Yes.
They could get 210.
Okay. Oh, they come less than you because you guys are proper
qualified teacher.
But I feel like also then it helps with the employment because someone is 18, they are now already earning a salary because you put them through a training college. So in a way, maybe the education system was dealing with the employment issues.
Yes,
because you're getting a job.
Yes, of course. During our days, the moment you could get out of the college, there were so many people wanting to go to their schools. So you couldn't say, okay, a qualified teacher has no job, has no what. That was unthinkable during those days.
Once you qualify, you're guaranteed.
Once you qualified, you were guaranteed your school.
Okay.
And for that matter, by the way, it was not only just on the guaranteeing, but even district education officer could just hire go to colleges and try to request people because we are very few. So to get a qualified teacher to the staff, you could get we are not very many qualified ones.
Mr. Kalule?
There could be some licensed. Wait, please.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Mr. Kalule, who we are going to see again. Surely his story is not finished, and we have much more to talk about. Thank you.